Yes, it's me. I am back. Estou de volta. Isto é de óculos, é sem óculos, o cabelo está uma coisa, mas isto não faz. Isto é carnaval, tudo conta, não é? Então, como é que vocês estão? I'm back after a commercial break. Estou aqui para a gente fazer aqui uma pequena conversa com os jovens que vão estar aqui conosco, mas também tem umas crianças que ontem, quando estávamos na conversa com o pai da criança, isto não é canção nenhuma, mas isto é a verdade, ele sugeriu e eu disse, ai que bom, porque ninguém tinha sugerido que estas crianças para a gente falar com elas. Então, eu vou começar uma conversa com elas, vou mostrar um pequeno vídeo que eu tenho delas, mas antes disso eu quero mostrar um vídeo que eu antes ia apresentar, que é de um senhor, de um grande pioneiro da nossa comunidade, das danças de Carnaval, o José Fernandes. Não é ele a cantar, não é nada, mas é uma conversa que eu tive com ele you know what, eu não me lembro, mas foi já há muito tempo, e vamos ver isso primeiro, está bem? E depois então vou conversar com as crianças e depois logo a seguir vamos ter os jovens aqui também connosco. Só vamos ficar aqui com esta primeira imagem que vou apresentar aqui. É uma conversa com o grande homem que foi das danças de Carnaval e das cantigas, das cantorias aqui na comunidade, o José Fernandes.
Há quanto tempo é que o José Fernandes é um artista de cantigas ao desafio?
Profissionalmente, de cantigas ao desafio, eu comecei em 1961, de maneira que há 39 anos.
Há 39 anos. E como é que sabia que tinha este talento dentro de si ou aprendeu com alguém?
Não, cantar ao desafio é poesia, não pode ser aprendido. É um dom natural que qualquer improvisador tem, ou qualquer poeta mesmo que não cante, que escreva, tem que ser por dom natural. E nós normalmente, agora vou falar não só de mim, mas de todos os improvisadores, em crianças vão aos desafios e depois começam a apreciar aquilo e veem que têm a faculdade também de... Foi isso que me aconteceu a mim e é isso que acontece aos outros. E então começam, não é logo profissionalmente, num palco ou numa grande assistência, mas começam em casas particulares, em bailes, até mesmo em festas, cantando uma coisa só pela graça e daí vão-se aperfeiçoando. Há rapazes que fazem isso, que nunca chegam ao profissionalismo, mas que adoram também.
Durante o verão, passou o seu verão na Ilha Terceira, onde é natural, e faz isso muito, vai à Terceira passar?
Eu vou ultimamente nos 90s e nos 80s, especialmente nos 90s, tenho ido todos os anos, porque já sabe, estou numa idade, já não tenho serviços à minha conta, de maneira que eu tenho que estar num lugar, então
prefere a sua ilha?
Prefiro a minha ilha passar
e lá,
lá.
E lá também tem atuação?
Tenho várias atuações, até demais. Eu não posso ir a todos os lugares porque já vou um bocadinho cansado daqui, porque dá-se os casos que, por exemplo, o inverno eu tenho que escrever danças de carnaval, agora em menos quantidade, mas até aqui as danças de Carnaval, depois as cantorias aqui de inverno, as cantorias de Espírito Santo, eu canto quase até à hora de ir para lá e de maneira que lá cantorias quase todos os dias. E o agravamento é que eu, quando volto para trás, normalmente vou para a Califórnia, tenho as cantorias daqui, quer dizer, estou a cantar uns 12 meses do ano sem interrupção nenhuma.
Pois,
e às vezes tenho que, conforme o estado mental e o estado físico mesmo da saúde, tenho que, não posso atender às vezes aos pedidos.
Que interessante que eu vou pôr aqui estas pessoas aqui todas à espera um pouco. I'm putting you guys in a waiting room for a little while, but we will be right there with you, ok? Vou só terminar aqui. Eu não sei se toda a gente já viu, mas eu talvez no fim vou novamente tocar esta entrevista com o José Fernandes, porque foi tão bom ver ele e é interessante que ele diz que tudo depende da saúde mental para dar continuação. Vamos então aqui ter os meus primeiros convidados, que eles são os mais jovens deste carnaval, das pessoas que eu estou a falar este carnaval, outros já estão aqui a entrar. Hello, o teu microfone is off, your microphone is off. Let's see, your microphone is off, you have to put it on. There you go. Muito bem, Raul. É o Raul e a Vitória, right?
Yes.
Sim.
Yes, ok. Tens um cabelo muito bonito, Vitória.
Thank you.
Obrigado.
Yeah, eu gosto dos óculos do Raul, eu também vou pôr os meus, está bem? There you go. Now we look alike. Now we look alike. Vamos lá, vamos falar então. Vocês falam bem português e inglês, right? Posso saber a idade? How old are you?
9.
9 anos. Os dois têm 9 anos?
Sim.
Vocês são gêmeos?
Não.
Não são gêmeos, não. Não. Então, tu tens 9, o Raul tem 9 e também a Vitória também tem 9, não é? Mas vocês são irmão e irmã?
Não.
São primos, ok. Porque a minha outra pergunta é: vocês são namorados? Mas eu acho que não. Também não são marido e mulher, também não. Também não. É muito cedo para isso, não é? Muito cedo para isso. Ok, vamos falar do Carnaval. Há quanto tempo é que vocês estão envolvidos no Carnaval?
9 anos.
What do you mean? Tu nasceste?
4 anos.
Há 4 anos. Os dois estão no Carnaval há 4 anos? Começaram com 5 anos de idade, então? Sim. E o que é que tu gostas do Carnaval? O que é que vocês gostam do Carnaval? What do you like about Carnaval?
It's because I get to sing in front of a lot of people, and it's my mom's tradition, so I like to do it.
Muito bem. And you, Raul?
I like Carnaval. Eu gosto de Carnaval porque eu posso spend time com a minha família e os amigos.
Tens muitos amigos que fazem parte do Carnaval? You have a lot of friends there? Yes. Mas não é cansativo? Vocês não se cansam? Não? Yeah. A que horas é que vocês começam a ficar cansados? É às 2 da manhã ou é às 3? Meia-noite?
We start around 8 and around 9.
Around 9 o'clock. That's pretty early. That's pretty early. I'm going to show a little video of the two of you performing, okay? So that people can see. I don't know what year this was. Vocês depois podem me dizer qual é o ano que isto foi. I think it's these ones here. Yes, it is. Para vocês me dizer, está aqui os dois? There you go.
Você, sou talento.
Ai, vocês são ótimos! E que vocês é que estavam a puxar aquela dança?
Sim.
Sim. E quantas vezes é que fizeste aquilo?
That was 2019. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. That one was 2 years ago. So you were 7.
Yes.
Tinhas 7 anos de idade. E tu sempre gostaste do carnaval?
Sim.
Sempre. E porquê? Só por causa dos amigos? Ou... Como é que tu aprendes as cantigas? É muito difícil? Is it difficult to learn the words?
Yes.
Yes. It takes a long time?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to continue doing this? Queres continuar? Vocês, tanto a Vitória como o Raul? Do you want to continue?
Sim.
Yeah? Por muitos anos? Opa, muito bem. E fora as danças de carnaval, o que é que mais te interessa? What are other things you like to do? Do you like to skate? Do you like to do cooking?
Well, I like to do cheerleading because I've been in cheerleading for 6 years, and it's not hard. It's like hard to do skills and stuff like that.
Wow, e tu, Raul? What else do you like to do?
I mostly play video games, but I mostly like to do drawings. I do have a couple drawings in the back.
Oh yeah, they're back there. They're your drawings. Okay, so Victoria, quem é os teus pais? Who are your parents? Give me the names.
Susana Almeida and Hugo Almeida.
Okay, e Raul, who are your parents?
Roberto Picans e Saraya Bernardo.
Ah, e vocês estão na escola? Qual é a escola que vocês andam?
Well, I don't know the name because we just moved up here.
Okay.
So we
You're
don't
up
know.
in Barrie now, is that it?
Yeah, he's in Barrie and I'm in Innisfil.
Oh, you're in. So you guys are close to each other. You're close to Wasaga
Yeah.
Beach. You're going to be going to the beach a lot, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, now it's frozen. Now it's frozen. Do you miss Carnaval this year?
A lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Sure.
Yeah. Jeez. Did you even think it was Carnaval? Since it didn't não tinha os ensaios, não tinha nada disso, não tiveste que aprender as músicas.
Like,
When the pandemic came, I knew it wasn't gonna be Carnival because everything was canceled. So
yeah, I got upset that day when I heard that the COVID that came. I kind of cried because I really like to do dances because I like to I do it with my family. So it's like I like to sing. I like some of my family members, they play instruments.
Yeah. So you actually cried about it. Oh, yeah, you know what? I feel like crying about it too. I miss Carnaval. Eu tenho saudades dos amigos, das amigas, de ir aos clubes, tudo isso, não é? O que é que vocês estão a fazer? What have you been doing during the pandemic?
Well, me and Raul have been doing online school, so it's kind of difficult because I haven't met any friends around the neighborhood, but I will be going to school, so then I'm going to be making new friends.
Yeah, but have you been doing any music, practicing anything?
Well, I've been singing a little bit. I've been practicing at home.
Oh yeah? Do you want to sing a little something for me? Vocês querem cantar alguma coisa?
Yeah, we could sing a song.
You could sing a song, like
Yeah,
I
we
don't
could
want
sing a Portuguese song.
a Portuguese song ainda por cima. Ok, vê lá se vocês eu estou a perder vocês um pouco, estão se a esconder. Try to be a little further up so I can see more of you, because you got beautiful t-shirts on. E são as t-shirts do grupo dos amigos, das tradições, o que é que diz aí? Grupo dos amigos das tradições terceirenses José Ramos. Muito bem, nice t-shirts. Então vocês vão cantar alguma coisa para a gente?
Yes.
Ok,
it was our last dance
That we ever done.
ok, quando quiserem, I'm all ears.
Vamos cada vez para ver vocês nessa salão.
Imutaimo que na Santilena coração.
Santilena viemos, oferecemos a saudação.
Já era mal porque carnaval tá no coração.
Oh my God! Epá, vocês, olha que vocês agora fizeram-me chorar. That's so nice, porque isso é a música da despedida que vocês faziam no Carnaval, não era?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, que lindo, que lindo. Is there anything you want to tell us? Because I'm going to move on to the bigger kids, or do you want to stick around for the bigger kids too, so you can hear them? Want to stick around a little bit?
We can stick around for a little bit. Yeah.
You're going to go? Okay. So
No, we're gonna stick around.
you're going to stick around for a little while, and then you can move on. I'm going to start bringing in some of the people that I have here. Vou ter algumas outras pessoas comigo, e se alguma coisa vocês quiserem intervir, também podem fazer, tá bem?
Okay.
Já tenho aqui, eu vou-te apresentar primeiro, não sei se conheces o Matthew Correia, que é o co-apresentador do programa. Vocês conhecem?
Hi guys! Olá, Nellie, olá todos, boa noite.
Ai, boa noite, Matthew. Obrigada por estar aqui comigo. Eu acho que tu pertences mais. Eu sou, eu posso ser a avó ou até bisavó destas crianças.
Eu até posso ser pai, mas ainda não.
E então dos outros que vêm a seguir e não podemos, eu posso ser a avó deles todos, certeza absoluta. Absoluta. E tu, estás a sentir falta do Carnaval também, Matthew?
Estou mesmo. Eu estava incluído um ano no Carnaval, mas quase todos os anos eu ia filmar quase as festas todas, e então estou a sentir mesmo. Mas temos que fazer isso, não é? Nós estamos a recordar através destes lives. And you guys were awesome. I was just hearing you singing. Congratulations, guys. Really well done.
Aren't they cute? I mean, they're adorable. They're adorable. That's Victoria and Raul.
They're definitely our future.
Yes, they have, well, you can sing too, Matthew. Yeah. O que é que tu fizeste numa dança de Carnaval, Matthew?
Eu fui o Matthew Salvador, foi o apresentador.
Oh, that's right.
No grupo do Arthur, convidaram a primeira vez, que eu pensava, bem, eu não vou poder fazer isso é difícil, memorizar aquelas linhas todas, as quadras, cantar até os passos, enfim. Mas foi uma experiência única, adorei. Eu não sei como é que essas crianças memorizam aquilo tudo, ano após ano, que é uma coisa de louvar mesmo.
Uhum. Yeah. Nós vamos ter aqui outros jovens que já estão aqui conosco para a gente começar esta conversa. Tem aqui já o Bruno Amarante, está conosco, e também a Sabrina também já está conosco. Eu vou trazê-los aqui já para a gente poder conversar com eles, e o Matthew vai ser o meu co-apresentador disto. Hello! Onde é que está o... Oh, vocês estão juntos, não é? Ok, tell me, Sabrina, who's that next to you?
It's Ronaldo.
Ok. So, deixa-me lá ver então quem é que... Eu tenho outra pessoa já aqui, o Manny Ramos já está aqui conosco também. Vamos deixar entrar. Obrigada por terem aceitado o convite para falar do Carnaval. Porque eu sei que vocês nasceram no Carnaval, vamos lá dizer. Olha, já está cá o Manny Ramos, também já está connosco, e os outros vão entrando devagarinho. Parece-me que eu mandei o link para todos, mas eu sei que eu tenho que mandar o link novamente para o Tyler, porque tinha um problema com o e-mail e voltou, tenho que mandar novamente. Vamos começar aqui então com a Sabrina, mas ainda falta alguém, tinha mais alguém aqui à espera. O Tyler está aqui, ok.
Yeah, Tyler and I think Kayla Tosh.
Ok, Alexander is here as well. Eu vou ficar com a casa cheia rapidamente. Vamos lá ver já quem é que está aqui. Já temos aqui.
Tyler, that hair.
Tyler! Wow, Tyler! I haven't seen you for so long.
My little afro.
A little afro and the beard, the facial hair. Well, deixa-me ver se tem mais alguém à espera de entrar. Onde é que está a Sarah? A Sarah também já está aqui à espera, e o Brian. Muito bem. O Bruno Amarante. O Bruno. Onde é que o Bruno foi? Está aqui. Deixa-me lá ver. Já tem aqui. Eu não sei. Obviamente que isto é uma representação, isto não é de todos. O Bruno, podes virar a tua câmera ao contrário, que eu vou ficar com a dor do pescoço de olhar para ti assim. Ok, assim está melhor. And vê se consegues virar, or try to get a light on your face if you could. Hello, Brian. Nice
Hi,
to
Laura.
see you. Está
Hi.
tudo bem?
Está tudo bem, obrigada.
Tudo bem, tudo bem. E aqui a Kyla Toast. Hello, Kyla. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi. And Manny Ramos, eu acabei de ver o Manny um pouco numa dança. Hi, Sarah.
Oi.
You know what? I didn't recognize you with your blonde hair. What
Can you
is-
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes,
Okay, good. Hello.
Can you turn your phone the other way?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that would just give us, because I'm going to use some of these images on TV, and you
Well, that's
too,
not a good
Manny,
angle.
if you can. Yes, it is. It just
No,
shows.
it's not.
It's
We're
not.
gonna keep it like this. We're gonna keep it
Okay,
like this.
you just keep those puppies inside that top, okay? 'Cause we
Oh,
can
I'm so
see them from
sorry.
here.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll cover mine as well. How's that?
Okay.
How's that? Eu não sei se estão todos. Eu vou fazer aqui. I feel like I'm not the teacher. I think Kyla is a teacher. Are you a teacher, Kyla?
I am. a teacher.
Okay, so I'm just going to do roll call. I don't know if you guys do this anymore, but I'm really old school. So, okay, so Bruno Amarante, O'Brien Brazil, Kayla, Manny, Sarah, Alexa, Tyler, Sabrina, and her sidekick. Okay. Falta alguém, Sarah? Am I missing something?
Not to my knowledge, no. We have Manny.
3, 4, 5,
Tyler,
6, 7, 8, 9.
Just doing a mental
Depois
list.
E depois também temos aqui o Raul Picanso, e também tem a Vitória Almeida, the two little kids that dance. So they just sang a song for me. Matthew is going to be here as well to help us out, because ele tem muitas perguntas a fazer. A gente vai falar em português e inglês, açoriano, o que vocês quiserem. Ok? Eu gostava de primeiro agradecer a vocês de estarem aqui, porque é interessante. A gente está aqui a falar do Carnaval. Seria muito mais interessante se a gente estivesse num salão a ver vocês atuarem para o Carnaval. Em vez, eu estou aqui a olhar para vocês num monitor, em vez de ser numa sala. Como é que vocês se sentem de não haver Carnaval este ano? Vou começar aqui pelo Brian. Brian, como é que tu te sentes de não haver Carnaval este ano?
Eu normalmente na saio do Carnaval, eu saio sempre para Páscoa, mas é pena não haver Carnaval este ano, é uma pena. Costumo sempre ir ver os salões com a minha família. Este ano é triste desta maneira, mas é nice ver toda a gente no Facebook e Instagram, ter coisas dos anos passados, para a gente rever os tempos passados. É triste, mas é desta maneira este ano.
E o que é? Só tu disseste que normalmente tu fazes parte de um bailinho da Páscoa, não é? Uma dança. E qual é o teu papel normalmente?
Normalmente tenho saído com o grupo de Mississauga já há 4 anos, com o grupo de Mississauga, dança de espera, com a Kayla, com o Ronaldo, a Sabrina. Antes disso, eu comecei primeiro a puxar de varinha, bailinhos de varinha. Comecei na Irmandade do Imigrante, saí lá só a dançar por 2 anos e depois puxei o meu primeiro bailinho na Irmandade, depois puxei mais 2 bailinhos no Sport Clube Angrense e depois puxei a minha primeira dança de espelha lá também. Fizemos 2 danças de espelha no Angrense e depois eu acho que foi 4 anos mais ou menos sem nada, e depois aquela convidou-me para sair no grupo de Mississauga a puxar danças de espelha.
Uau, e tu tens 53 anos de idade? Com isso tudo.
Nota escuta dele, não é?
That's a lot of stuff.
It's not, compared to some of these guys, it's really not a lot. E já sei, acho que em 11 danças mais ou menos, já puxei 9. O Ronaldo já sai antes de ter nascido e eles já começaram muito mais novos do que eu, mas eu desde pequenino que vou a ver os salões. Eu lembro-me quando a minha irmã mais nova nasceu, o meu pai estava a sair numa dança de espelha e tinha pegado só num salão em 2 cadeiras de madeira, e depois ele atuava e cá acima a dizer que a minha irmã tinha nascido. Eu esperava todos os anos para ver a dança dela, mas já tem muita história dentro da família. A minha irmã nasceu na noite de Carnaval.
Olha, ainda bem que ele se lembrou que tu estavas lá, senão ele podia sair embora para conhecer a nova bebê e ficavas atrás. Numa cadeira num clube. Vamos aqui falar com o Bruno Amarante. Bruno, tu tens muitos anos também já no Carnaval e vens de uma família de Carnaval. Como é que te sentes não haver Carnaval este ano?
É uma pena, não, quase todos os anos eu não estou numa dança, estou a ver num clube. E sinto pena, não, é uma coisa que acontece todos os anos que a gente tem sempre a ver, mas só que este ano a gente não pôde ver por causa da pandemia, é muito triste, mas já para o ano se calhar vai ter, e eu estou a esperar para ver vocês todos.
Então, Bruno, quantas danças é que tu tens participado?
O ano passado eu fiz 9, já tenho 9 danças que eu tive dentro delas, e eu gostei de todas delas, foi um prazer entrar todas delas, e obrigado àqueles que meteram nas suas danças e deram uma chance para puxar, que foi um prazer muito bom para estar ao pé de toda a gente.
Tu tens por trás de ti o que parece ser um museu do Carnaval, e são tudo coisas. Explica lá o que é que tens na parede.
Aquilo que tem na parede é os meus chapéus das danças que saí. Muitos chapéus não estão cá, que não dava para caber tudo no meu quarto, mas aquilo que está aqui está aqui. E é os chapéus que apresentam a mim.
Ok, diz-me lá uma coisa, os teus amigos da escola que veem esses chapéus, o que é que eles acham dessa atividade que tu praticas, que eles podem talvez nem sequer ter conhecimento dela?
Muitos dos meus amigos não sabem o que é, mas eles respeitam, eles dizem não, parece ser um palhaço com os chapéus na cabeça, mas depois eles veem o que é e a cantar e tudo, eles dizem é fixe, não, mas é aquilo, não.
That's good. Tens muito orgulho de seres e de fazeres o que fazes, não é?
Tenho muito orgulho de estar a dançar com as pessoas que me convidarem e ao pé de todos de vocês, a mostrar o palco com todos vocês é uma alegria e eu gosto muito.
Muito bem. Vamos aqui a Alexa Sarmento. Alexa, fala-me, eu não sei se conheço pessoalmente, eu peço desculpa porque eu estou naquele senior moment, e não me lembro de muito. Eu vejo caras que eu sei que já vi, mas não conheço nomes. O Mátio sabe como é, eu esqueço-me de tudo. Só fala-me lá da tua experiência no Carnaval e como é que te sentes não haver Carnaval este ano. Are you relieved that there's none?
I'm going to speak in English just so I get the point across.
Yes.
So I've been going in dances since I was 7 years old. I'm currently 20, and in the span of that time, I've gone in 17 dances. I've pushed about 8 of them, being the master of them. I started doing it because of my mom. My mom was she would take me to her practices. She'd sit me on the chair. I'd eat my beef fun. I'd watch the dance, do my little claps up there. But then at some point, she decided maybe she should put me in them. I started going in them, and then she introduced me to being a mestra at the age of 13 with Philomena Batish. So I pushed their dance. And then it was all Varinha. I was so interested in Varinha. Didn't think I had the skill for Pandeit. And then one day, Nelson da Silva asked me to push his dance, Grupo Jovens de Tradições da Terceira. And I started pushing Pandeit. This year, it's obviously a little different, but I really miss it. I'm feeling a little heartbroken. The past few days have been watching dances, just singing songs and trying to appreciate Carnival.
That's wonderful. So you just went from one thing to another, just teaching yourself?
I wouldn't say teaching myself. Varinha was I watched my mom do it. She's pushed Pandeit, but then Pandeit, it was an acquired skill, wasn't so easy on me the first year. I went through a couple of hills on the way. I fractured my ankle. There was a couple of things that went on, but I ended up pushing. The first year wasn't my best, but as we went along, I've done better. Yeah.
Who are your parents?
My mom is Luisa Fraga.
Oh,
and
Fraga.
Yes, that's my mom. And my dad is Paulo Sarmento. And they both participate in dances.
Okay, yes, I know that. I mean, I used to know the family for many, many years, many, many years.
Yes, my grandpa is the man that spit out his dentures in sporting. That was him.
That was so funny. That was so funny. No, I have a story with dentures. My father had dentures, and I went to Central Commerce, and then I went to do grade 13 at West Toronto. And my dad had asked me to take his dentist to fix because he had broken. So I've had him in my school bag, and friends in the school decided that they were going to go by and take stuff out of my bag. Well, they took the dentures out of my bag in the hallway at Center Commerce, and they threw them off. It broke into many more pieces, but they learned their lesson never to go into my bag again. There you go. Tyler.
Hello, hello.
Eu não te vejo há tantos anos.
How are
How
you?
tall are you now? Are you 7 feet already?
No, I'm the same height I was before.
No. Tu estás sempre a crescer. Tu parece, you're like one of those weeds that just keeps going and you can't get rid of it.
Agora é o cabelo.
Yeah. Como é que tu estás, Tyler? How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Oh, yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy Carnaval.
Happy New Year. Tyler, do you miss? Estás com saudades do Carnaval e fala-me um pouco também sobre o teu envolvimento.
Yeah, of course I miss it. It's something that I grew up around since I was like 4 years old, and it's been part of my life, for that long. And I went to my first dance when I was 9, and I haven't stopped ever since. I've always went to one dance every year, so I'm around 20 dances already in. I've pushed 5 dances so far, one of them with Ronaldo, one of them with Alexa as well. I've been in about 6 dances of Brian's already. I miss it a lot, man. I miss the community thing. I miss being around everyone. We all share this tradition together, and it's, it was going really well. Going at a good pace.
I'm having a bad connection with his Wi-Fi, but Tyler shall be back with us soon. Tyler, you sort of went blank on us here. Oh, there you are. Eu só tenho uma pergunta a fazer, Tyler. O que é que tu tens mais saudades, do Carnaval ou das touradas?
There you go. I think I can hear you now.
Ok. Eu estava a perguntar o que é que tu tens mais saudades, de touradas ou Carnaval?
Probably Carnival, not gonna lie.
Okay, there you go. There you go. It's safer too, isn't it?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
100%.
It's safer too. Ok. Vamos aqui, tem aqui a Sabrina. Sabrina, desculpa lá mais uma vez, estás com o...
Ronaldo.
Oh, you're the famous Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You're like as famous as the other soccer guy. You're like the Ronaldo of Carnival, is as famous. All I hear is Ronaldo. I spoke with your father today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fantástico. Já sei. Agora já estou a pôr a cara juntamente.
2 and 2 together, no?
Como?
You're putting 2 and 2 together.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Yeah, I wasn't too bad in mathematics. That was not my problem. So tell me, há quanto tempo é que vocês, a Sabrina, vamos começar aqui com a Sabrina, fala-me sobre a tua experiência do Carnaval.
I've been going in dances my first dance was 2006. I went as a dançarina with my dad. I've been in, I want to say maybe 20 plus dances, including Espada with Kayla. I started off as a dançarina, and then I believe my first dance I pushed was in 2013 with my dad, Pandey. And then we switched back to Varinha, and then I pushed a dance with Ronaldo, Pandey as well. And then last year I was supposed to push Dança Espada for Kayla with Ronaldo as well, but unfortunately that couldn't happen. So I started as a dançarina with my dad. He introduced me to the tradition, and then also my grandfather as well was a part of it. I'm in it with my sister and my brother, my cousins. So it's a huge part of my life, and I think for the most part, we can all say we all have a very good friendship with everybody here. So I think not doing it this year is, of course, unfortunate and very sad, but I think it'll bring us closer and stronger for next year.
Podes nos dizer quem é o teu pai e a tua mãe, quem é a família?
I'm going to say it in English because I'm going to butcher it.
Go ahead.
But my dad is Roger Mendez and my mom is Kathy Mendez.
Yeah, I spoke with him yesterday. A great man of Carnival, for sure. And okay, I'm gonna have to speak with your sidekick there, Ronaldo. Tell me, já ouvi tanto o teu nome hoje não sei quantas vezes, mas gostava que tu me dissesses da tua experiência pessoal, de ser filho de grande homem do Carnaval. Como é que te sentes?
It's an honor having my dad being the guy for Carnival. Everybody talks good about him. It's nice to hear good things about my dad, right? He brought me into Carnival. My first dance, I was 2 years old. I went with Ricky Batista. He is another good mesh out there. Nobody really talks about him, but I'm going to bring him up because he was the one that took me on his side and brought me into Carnival along with my dad. And after that, many years in a row, I've been going in dances as a mestre or as a dancerin. It doesn't matter to me. I go in an assumed, I go in dancerin, I go as a mestre. Carnival for me is, I love Carnival. It's a big tradition in my family. It doesn't matter to me where I go. I just want to be in Carnival.
Muito bem, eu vou ter que fazer esta pergunta porque vocês os dois, it's not a coincidence that you're both in the same house, is it? Right now in front of the same camera. You two are obviously a couple? Okay, congratulations. Did Carnival bring the two of you together?
Sure did.
I've had a crush on him since I was maybe 12. I think we can attest for all girls my age who had a crush on him once upon a time. Yes, Carnival most definitely brought us together. Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, wow. How interesting. E ter isso em comum, like to have that in common and the love for that. That's fantastic because se um gostasse e o outro não gostasse, tenho a certeza que isso existe em muitas famílias. Ia ser mais difícil, não é?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it's another good blessing that I love Carnival because I got to meet her. So I'm happy with that one too.
There you go. It's destiny. It has to be destiny. Yeah. But she comes from a big family of Carnival as well. So this could turn out to be a Netflix series. Actually, I'm thinking about it.
If we get paid, why not?
Matthew, começa a trabalhar nestas coisas, está bem? Yeah, this could be something for the future here, for sure. Kayla Tost, I know your father and your mother, so welcome and tell me about your involvement from another family.
Yeah, so similar to Sabrina and Ronaldo, my parents are long-time participants of Carnival and Pascua. So I did start participating because of them. I'm actually almost positive that my mother was pregnant with me and in a dance at the same time. So it was meant to be. So yeah, I was born right into dances. I started doing dances at the age of 7. So I've been doing dances. This year will be 20 years. I have, I think, 19 dances. Majority are dança de espada out of the Portuguese Cultural Center of Mississauga with Sabrina, Ronaldo, Brian, Tyler. So I've had the pleasure of dancing with so many of the people here and getting to actually dance or participate in other traditions with some of the other people on here as well. So I've been in dances for about 20 years and it's a big part of our lives. I think we really felt it last year. It was the first time that we had to sit out for Pascua, so that was already difficult. And now seeing a whole year as well, having to stay home. It's hard to swallow, but we know that it's for the best. And we know that when we come back, it'll be better than ever. And it'll be so worthwhile to see everybody and be back again.
Yeah, oh, great. Yeah, I hope so, because 2 years in a row, well, last year we had Carnaval, just didn't have a Páscoa. So este ano vocês que normalmente gostam e fazem parte dos bailinhos, das danças da Páscoa, vão ter 2 anos seguidos sem haver bailinhos. O Carnaval teve o ano passado, mas este ano não. Vamos aqui falar com a Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. First, I want to thank you because when about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I sent out an email to Amigos da Terceira and I said, hey guys, I want to talk to these people about Carnival because there's no Carnival. And you said, oh, I can do the youth. And I said, great, you take the youth, and you did a great job. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing that. Fala-me da tua experiência do Carnaval. Quantos anos é que tu tens? Também tu nasceste em clubes também. Eu acho que a tua mãe estava grávida quando também teve numa dança de Carnaval no Lusitânia.
Actually, I'm the first person in my dance to ever go in a dança de Carnaval. My mom started going after me. My first dance, I was 7 years old. So I'm 27, so I've been going in dances for 20-ish years. it's one of those things where like everyone talks about these biche in our lives, and biche, and like I can't explain it. It's what we live, it's what we breathe. And I was fortunate enough to be handed an assunt at such a young age. So Arthur de Freitas, thank you for giving me the opportunity to start going in danças. I think our carnival it's unique, not only to Portugal, but just to all of the other carnivals that are celebrated worldwide. Brazil, New Orleans, Trinidad and Tobago. For me, it's my outlet. I go for Carnaval, I go for Páscoa. It's 6 months out of the year. It's so worth all of that stress, that time, that money. When you get on that stage, it's a feeling that you just can't explain. And like I'm honored to have given the opportunity to start, and I look forward to continuing for many years to come.
That's great. And I'll tell you, eu acho que vocês são o futuro do Carnaval na nossa comunidade, porque sem vocês darem continuação, who else do we have? Tem que ser os jovens a fazer isso, tanto os mais pequeninos que estão aqui conosco, como o Brian. Eu não sei, o Brian também não é muito, eu acho que talvez o 27 anos talvez é o de mais já a maior idade que tem aqui neste não é? 27?
30.
Quem é que tem 30?
30.
You're 30. You're 30. Yeah. Well, you can't tell. You can't tell. All right. Matthew, do you have any questions for them?
Well, Manny, we didn't listen to Manny yet.
Manny, where's Manny? Oh, Manny Ramos, desculpa lá, Manny. Desculpa. Oh, Manny, como é que tu estás? Eu já te vi em vídeo hoje, por isso é que eu estava aqui. Eu já vi esta cara hoje. Manny, o teu envolvimento também, por favor.
Eu comecei em danças em 2012, numa dança da Chiquinrissa, nos clubes velhos.
De quem?
Hoje eu comecei mais um meti, faleceu há 2 anos, ou 3 anos agora. Hoje eu comecei mais o Roberto também, a gente começamos uma dança, mas estes 2 rapazinhos estão aí. Gosto muito do Carnaval. A gente não pode, I can't explain what I feel about Carnival and all the traditions. But I hope that we can keep doing it next year, and we can see everybody together again.
Wonderful. That I hope you guys get to do this, next year. Matthew, tens alguma pergunta a fazer?
É perguntar o processo do Carnaval, porque comecem só como dançarinos, ou comecem já como mestres, ou escrevem assuntos. Qual é os passos ou comecem desde pequeninos, como os pequenos que temos aqui? Can someone explain? What's the process like? Or you just born, come out of the room and put on stage?
I can say something about it. I think honestly, the process depends on how you've been brought up to it, how you feel towards the tradition, because there's a huge difference. Like, I loved being a dancer. Like, I think just being a part of the tradition was already a huge thing for me. But I always wanted to be a meshra because I looked up to my mom. If you have you love it, being a meshra, you're no different than being a dancer. We're all equal. But being a meshra, obviously, you have to have the courage to sing in front of people. You have to know how to it's obviously an acquired skill. Having parents that taught you this confidence is also a big thing. I myself could never do an assunt. Like, I've done it twice. A dança espada.
You can.
No. I did it. It was a few lines, but that was about it. I could never see myself doing that. And many people don't see themselves being a mestra. But it all depends where you see yourself in Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
What part do you guys like most of Carnival? The dancing, the singing, the acting?
The night of.
You boy.
Everything. The bus.
The night of.
The bus.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's the practices as well. I mean, we say all the time, so much practice goes into that weekend, and you're looking forward to that weekend. And then the weekend comes and it passes by in a flash. And the best of it was done in the practices, right? It's all those late nights and being together and the jokes and trying things and they don't work and it fails and trying again, and that kind of like community building between everybody. I think that's honestly, personally, so much fun. And then it's just the cherry on top when you get to perform and finally show everybody what you've been working hard on, right?
Because it's ultimately a family, right? You guys build a family of friends who become your family and your girlfriends and wives and husbands.
Absolutely.
Also, seeing the final product is also very fulfilling. Like, I echo everything Kayla said. The stresses, the practices, the tears, the laughs, just finally being able to see the group formado no palco. It's just, you feel so accomplished. You feel satisfied, and all your hard work has built up to this moment.
And I think for everybody that's on the video today, like all of our groups are mostly young people, which is amazing to see. So I think we're going in a good direction. And because we all I think all of us here have a really good bond outside of Carnival as well too. So that's amazing to see. And like Kayla said, I think for me personally, my favorite part is the practicing, because we laugh, we joke around, it makes us closer. And then obviously putting the final product on stage is like just the cherry on top. So yeah.
Like they say, o melhor de Carnaval é esperar por ela.
Yes.
Yes. I was actually telling some of my friends today, I was like, I would literally, I would give like all the sweating, all the pain, all the tears, I would do it 1,000,000 times just to perform those 2 weekends. Like, it's, I can get the bruises. Like, when you push Pandade, you get bruises, you get cuts, it. Like, right? But like, all of that is so worth it. I remember, I'm like, last year I'm in dental hygiene school, and you have to use your hands a lot. I was moving my hands, but I was so broken. I was just like, it's worth it. Like, I would do it all over again just to experience these 2 weekends.
You can't forget losing your voice, because that's a staple. That's a staple.
The best is when you have my ensaiador of my dança is Nelson De Silva and Filomena Batista. It depends on the time of the year. I get the whole week before Carnival, put a scarf on, don't show your chest, drink tea. Yes, like we have to be in order for that day.
What's the funniest moments? Any wardrobe malfunctions? Any hurting yourselves?
I don't think it would be cool if there wasn't any wardrobe malfunctions. It's ridiculous.
It comes with the territory, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, wardrobe malfunction last year, we had issues with like our clothes being made. And somehow I ended up going on stage with a lime green zipper, and our clothes had no lime green in it. So people were walking behind me and they were saying like, oh, something's wrong with your clothes. And I'm like, no, nothing's wrong. We're just going to look past it.
Yeah, we've been on the way to the club, and a good friend of mine, Leah, in our dance, we were getting ready to take our pictures. She goes to put on her dress, and boom goes the zipper. So toca pa estreira, an hour before we go on stage. Senhora Hilda, God bless her. She is phenomenal, and a lot of people know and respect her in our community. And there we go, right on Easter weekend, coming in to fix a zipper just minutes before we're supposed to be heading to our first club. So it's part of the experience.
I've had my zipper get pulled off while acting on stage once, and having to like quick change, zip it up quickly before anyone sees anything. So anything and everything can happen. It's live TV. It's bound to happen.
When we were in Boston, I had a girl who had a hat, and we had like some strings attached to it. And during her passaging, she was moving back, and it got caught on a guitar and fully came off while she was doing the passaging in Boston. I cried for days. It was hilarious.
We were performing in
Nellie, you're on mute.
Oh, am I on mute?
No, Nellie's on mute.
Okay. I was performing in Oakville. My first dance with Pandade, had no strap. Oh, wait, who are we talking about?
Nellie.
Nellie's on mute.
Nellie's on mute.
Cream.
Can't hear you.
I don't think she's on mute. I think she's unmuted, but there's something wrong with her.
Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh.
All right, I'll co-host, so I'll continue the show. For the little kids, how do you guys memorize the Portuguese lines? Because You speak Portuguese at home, but it's hard, right?
Yeah, it is kind of hard, but we usually have to practice with Manny. Usually, because whenever we have to practice with Manny, the words are kind of hard because me and Raul, I don't speak fluent Portuguese. Like I'm not that really good with it. I just can only speak English like really good. He can speak Portuguese really good, but I can't.
I was born in Portugal. She was born in Canada.
Yeah.
And how about the older guys too? You guys, like, is it hard to learn all those words and?
Para mim é.
A lot of stuff. The way I do it, I learn it like reading it off the paper. After that, I record myself speaking it. After that, I record myself saying it. I listen to myself all day, every day, until I get sick and tired of hearing myself, and then hopefully it's memorized. Hopefully, but yeah, it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah, there are some Portuguese words that are just out of this world. And I find like speaking from in the assunto as an example, if you have very difficult words within a rhyme, if you don't get that first word, you won't get the last one. So shkangalha tudo for me personally.
You can have it all memorized, but right when you get to the mic and you go spit it out,
nada.
You just go away, it's gone. You didn't.
One time I missed the cantiga 4 times, and it was actually Sabrina's dad. After told me, "Don't worry about it. It's the first time I messed up," and I went back after. It was the easiest cantiga I ever had. So.
After 4 times. Sorry, I wanted to ask you a question. I had my microphone off. So, quem é que toca instrumentos aí no grupo, então? Vou começar aí, porque my screen I can see differences. I'll start based on my screen on the bottom. Kayla, do you talk any instrument? Do you play any instrument?
I don't play any instruments, no. So I'm usually in the sitting and then I speak in the assunto.
Okay. You, Bruno. Bruno, tens guitarras aí atrás. What else do you play, Bruno?
Tenho guitarras, mas não toco. Elas estão aqui no meu quarto só para efeito. Eu brinco com elas algumas vezes, mas eu não sei tocar nada. Não. É pandeiro e é só.
Pandeiro, okay. And Brian, what do you play?
No, nothing. I just play with the espada. That's it. And that's already a lot for me for that night.
Play with the espada.
I just play with the espada.
Sarah, do you play an instrument?
I used to play the saxophone because I was part of Banda Santilina. I mean, I can keep a really good beat. So if someone gives me a chime, like I could, make it work. But generally, I'm a dançarina and part of the assunto as well.
Okay. And Manny Ramos, I know you play instrument, Manny. O que é que tu tocas, Manny?
Accordion. I play accordion in the dances.
One of the best.
That's fantastic. I mean, yeah. E há quantos anos é que tocas o acordeão?
Eu toco desde 2012, since my first dance.
And you took lessons, obviously?
So the story is kind of weird. I took lessons for like a year before 2012. I didn't like it. I'm like, I'm with an English teacher. I don't want to learn Portuguese music. Then I stopped. When I came into my first dance, I picked up an accordion at one of the breaks. And I started playing by Linda Madeira. That's the only song I used to play. And they said, okay, you're going to play in the dance. And then from there, I just kept playing accordion.
Muito bem, eu já te vi tocar acordeão. You're very good. E não é instrumento muito fácil para carregar contigo durante aquelas horas todas para todos os salões. It's not, it's not a little flute or anything. No. It's a pretty big, heavy instrument. And Sabrina, do you play any instrument?
I play piano, but I don't play anything for dances specifically. No, my brother plays guitar and bandolim, and he just started picking up violin. So he's the musically inclined one in the family for dances, but I don't play anything. No, I just either go as a dançarina or a mestre.
Yeah, it would be difficult to take a piano around with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Roberto, you too.
What? Okay, what?
Ronaldo. Why am I saying Roberto? Sorry, Ronaldo. Okay, how can I forget, Ronaldo? It's not possible. What do you play? Do you play an instrument?
I play lots of instruments. Capinhas Portas. What's the other one? Frings. I play frings, castanholas. You gotta play everything.
Okay, so you got your father's talent. For sure. Okay. Yeah. How about Alexa? Do you play an instrument?
I played piano since I was 7, but once again, it has nothing. You can't really do anything with piano in Carnaval much. I also play clarinet, learned at the age of 12, and that's about it.
That's about it. Let me ask Victoria. Victoria, how old? Do you play an instrument?
Well, when I was younger, Manny used to
When
try
you
to
were
teach
younger,
me,
huh?
yeah, Manny used to teach me ukulele, but somehow it broke and I couldn't play anymore.
Oh, we got to get you a ukulele. I'm going to have a talk. We're going to have to take a collection amongst ourselves to buy you a ukulele for sure.
I'm sticking with yes, I'm sticking with singing now because I'm used to singing instead of like playing an instrument. I think it's harder than I think singing's harder than playing an instrument because you have to remember your lines, and if you forget them on stage, it's kind of embarrassing. But people clap for you at any time, even though you like forget.
Houl, do you play an instrument, Houl?
No, but most of my family does, and I really want to play an instrument.
You're still on time to learn. Which one would you like to learn? Qual é o instrumento que tu queres?
I want to play guitar, but I'm gonna start with ukulele because ukuleles are mostly like guitars.
Okay, well, so now that's 2 ukuleles for the same family.
Victoria's brother plays ukulele in our dance.
Yeah, he plays ukulele. He's really good at it.
My mom plays ukulele as well.
Wow, that's fantastic. Eu sei que o Tyler não toca instrumento, tocas?
No,
No,
just
no.
tambourine, that's it.
Não toca instrumento nenhum. Qual é a parte mais difícil de fazer parte de uma dança de carnaval ou um bailinho? I'm going to start with somebody start. What's the most difficult part for you during Carnival?
Princípio.
Me personally, I think it's the music. I know for me personally, having someone who sings with me, it's a lot harder to figure out tones because we obviously don't have the same range and whatnot. So for me personally, it's the music. But I think after that, for the most part, I know assumed is also tough as well if you're part of the assumed. So I think those two combined are probably the most toughest things. But after you have those two done, you're good to go.
Okay. How about Brian? Oh, okay. You want to go ahead, Kayla? Go ahead.
Just going to touch on Sabrina's point when talking about the assumed in terms of time sometimes. So Brian knows very well. So we do our dança de Páscoa, and a lot of times we have really about 4.5 weeks to put a dance together. We start a little bit later than Bailinhos de Carnaval, just because we start right after that Cambridge weekend that everybody does for Carnival. So we really only get about 4 or 5 weekends there, and we're memorizing big assumes, lots of cantigas. A lot of people go out during Carnival, so nobody's worrying about Páscoa while they're doing Carnival. So trying to put together a 1-hour show with so many people involved in a little time span is difficult. And then just the fact that our lifestyles here are so different. So everybody in our dance being young, a lot of people can probably attest to this, worked retail, worked at restaurants. So people are getting practice at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and other people are leaving because they work the next day at 6 a.m. And so trying to put a show together when everybody has such different schedules and there's so much to do and get done within those 5 weeks can be a little bit difficult, but it's always well worth the effort in the end.
Well, fantastic. Yeah, deve ser difícil because you guys school, you got, you got your part-time jobs, and then you have Carnaval. E Carnaval ou a Páscoa, isso é que 4 meses, 5 meses por ano que vocês estão mais envolvidos?
Yeah. I think it depends how close they fall, like Carnival and Páscoa. It could be between 4.5 months to 6 months. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, dedication needs to be in order to have success in any dance.
Yeah. Anybody else want to add to that? Querem dizer mais alguma coisa? E se quiserem falar o português ou o inglês, como vocês quiserem, mas porque não é preciso. Eu sei que vocês, quando estão a fazer as danças ou os bailinhos, vocês fazem ou cantam ou falam em português, mas o dia a dia de cada um de vocês é em inglês, não é? Só essa é a sua primeira língua, porque há pessoas a dizer porque é que não estão a falar português. Não tem que falar português, vocês compreendem o português, falam o português e fazem o seu papel em português, que é muito mais do que elas que estão só a dizer porque é que não falam português aqui no Facebook. Não, doesn't make any sense. Não é necessário falar o português para poder divulgar a cultura portuguesa, e esta cultura do Carnaval tem que ser divulgada desta forma. I've spilled water in my office, guys. I've got a light that fell off, but don't worry about it. I'm having fun anyway. I'm having fun.
I wanted to touch on that too, porque vocês aprenderam português através dos carnavais, ou por seus pais ou avós, ou foi na escola?
For me, I was raised by my mom and my grandmother, who only spoke Portuguese with me as a kid. And then starting off at Lusitania at the age of 4, then at the time they had Portuguese school still in elementary school. And I also did Portuguese school on the side at First Portuguese. So it was something that was always engraved in me that, speak your language, be prideful of your language. And it's brought me a lot of personal growth knowing Portuguese. And I think being able to participate in Carnival, knowing the language fluently, has helped me. I can't speak for anyone else, but like performing in assuntos and just being able to build relationships and communicate with people.
I speak Portuguese, but it's not the greatest Portuguese. Like my parents raised me and my brother speaking Portuguese, but our first language is English. And what helped me a lot was Carnival dances as well. It helped me a lot learning some Portuguese words that I had no idea what they were. But yeah, I can speak Portuguese, but it's not really the greatest. So
yeah, but we understand you.
Yeah. Thank God.
I learned, like, as a kid, I was the first grandchild on both sides. To communicate to my grandparents, I didn't have anyone around to really translate to them. So I had to learn. I had no other choice. If I wanted, they were taking care of me. If I needed something, how was I going to get the point across, right? And then I ended up having younger cousins. They had to communicate to my grandparents. So I ended up translating, obviously along the lines when my mom started bringing papels home to learn her paper and stuff like that. I would end up like picking up on, oh, that word means that type of thing. I speak it fluently. It's just a matter of when you're a little bit nervous, getting the word across isn't going to come out right. So English is probably going to be the best way to communicate right now. So.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly. Vamos falar das roupas do Carnaval, porque as roupas do Carnaval, as senhoras, as meninas, todas têm roupas tão bonitas. Os homens têm um fato, não é? Mas também com casacos sempre muito bordados ou assim. Como é que vocês escolhem as roupas? E vocês olhem para as roupas dos mais adultos, diferentes das roupas que vocês usam? Who wants to start talking about fashion in Carnaval?
No nosso grupo que a gente temos agora, não. Foi feito o Bruno está a falar. Bruno Amarante.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, we can hear you.
No nosso grupo, a maneira que trabalha, não, depende do assunto. A gente depende a escolher a cor, falar um bocadinho com o assunto. Para ver o que é que dá, não? Se o assunto tem verde dourada, como uma vez já fizemos, a gente escolhemos verde, vermelho, não é verde. A gente foi com aquela cor porque representava o assunto e a dourada e tudo, mas o nosso grupo é quase todos jovens, é quase raparigas, então a gente não tem like fatos para homens, é só vestidos. E a gente escolhe, não, cada vez a gente, vamos ver se a gente escolhe, não, azul ou vermelho, para não ser sempre o mesmo ano, a mesma cor. A gente vê se a gente divide para ser um bocadinho diferente todos os anos.
Ok, mas quem é que quer responder mais?
For us, for clothing, I'll say that it's both one of the most fun parts for us, but also one of the most stressful. So it's no secret that having estreiras in our community who can upkeep with the demand for needing to make clothes is difficult. And we also have budgets, right? So like I mentioned before, I come from a group of a lot of jovens. We have 24 dançarinos and a mestre. So to find somebody who is going to make all of those outfits for us in the timeline that we have and to be able to make it in a budget, that's going to content everybody is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But we try our best, and at the end of the day, we do what we need to do to fit into our budget and to kind of put something out there that we're proud of, but that yet again, we love ourselves. And a lot of us are involved in the process. And I think, like I speak for our group, a lot of us will put our heads down and make a vote old school style, like you would in school, and kind of vote for things that we like. And but finding fazendas, finding estreiras, coming up with styles that are going to suit everybody. It's a little bit of a challenge, but we enjoy it. And
and what's the most expensive outfit that you guys had? The ladies, the guys. I'll ask you in a second, because yours is a little different. Depends. Se és mestre que estás a puxar uma dança de espada, já tens uma roupa mais cara, não é?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Quem é que tem feito isso? Por exemplo, o Brian, tens feito isso? A tua roupa, às vezes, parece ser muito mais cara do que uma roupa de outra pessoa que está num bailinho normal.
É um bocadinho mais caro para vestir a roupa de mestre. Às vezes o chapéu sai mais caro que a roupa toda, para dizer a verdade. Os enfeites do chapéu, os enfeites para a roupa, os botões. Já comprei botões a $24 cada botão.
Ryan likes good buttons.
I like buttons. And shoes. Já gastei mais ou menos mais caro, mais ou menos $900 por fato inteiro.
Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, para usar durante 2 dias, não é?
2 dias, 2 fins de semana mais ou menos. Vai depois a Hamilton e a Cambridge, mas pouco tempo.
Vocês têm um assunto, têm uma dança que do seu passado, que acham que para si foi a melhor dança, que foi a dança que mais gostaram. Vou começar aqui com a Sabrina. Tens uma dança que gostaste melhor do que outras, que está na tua memória, something that you really enjoyed doing and you think it's one of your best ones?
I think for Carnival, my favorite one was, I'm going to butcher her name, but Nellie Pedro. We did it, I believe, in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. That one, I think, was probably my favorite in terms of music, costume, the suit itself. It was more about, where tradition stem from. So that to me was really important. And then for Pascua, we did one last year it was about the war. That one was also my favorite because it touched, I think, almost everyone's heart. A lot of people could relate to it. And then my second favorite, or close first favorite, would have to be the one we took to Boston. I think just because the overall trip itself was really fun. So I would say those 3 are definitely in my top.
Ok, mais alguém? Ok, vamos lá aqui com o Tyler. Tyler, tens uma dança preferida?
I would say that it's not that it's my favorite dance, but it's it's a dance that I cherish more, and it's probably be my first dance that I push with Chic Barba. And probably the last dance which I pushed with Ronaldo were probably my most memorable ones.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Alexa, how about you? Do you have a favorite?
I think like all of them I could say are my favorite. Every single one had a different piece.
You're easy to please.
I'm very easy to please. Depends. I really enjoyed the first dance that I pushed with my mom. It was like, okay, Alexa, here's your wedding. Get on stage with your mom. And it's just my mom at the time she was a well-known mestra. So for her to bring her daughter onto stage and just like, I was like, okay, here I am. I enjoyed everything about the dance, but I love fitting, I really do. But give me a pandate. Like anything pandate now is my favorite dance. And my mom doesn't want to do pandate anymore. So I'd say my favorite was the first one I pushed with my mom. The whole dance was dedicated to me being her daughter. And then the past 3 pandate that I've pushed.
Well, isn't pandate like very tiring? Dancing?
Ronaldo and Tyler, probably not. They make it look very
easy.
Very seamless.
But if you're me, you might get off stage with a couple of sweat on your shirt, because I almost look like I'm dying when I get off stage. You can see videos of me that I I'm getting off stage and my head's down. It's like I'm trying to find my breath. Like it's just
Yeah. I sweat when I watch you guys do that. I mean, that is like takes so much energy to do that.
Last year we pushed Nelson his dance. We had 3 mestras. That took a toll on me. It was the coordination with the 3 of us. It was a fast pacing like Masha, so it was just very tiring on the body. The one that I pushed with Tyler, I had a fractured foot. That one was a disaster from the beginning. I don't know how I pushed it. There was a lot of freezing of the ankle, a lot of in between. I'd have to lift the ankle. So Pandey does take a toll on your body, and I'm sure Shpada does too with the swinging around.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know anything about that, Brian. That's all you, but I know that's something.
Yeah, that has to be difficult. Who else wants to say something here about?
Ones, I think.
Pardon?
The little kids.
Oh, the little ones here. Oh, the little ones. São as crianças do Carnaval. Go ahead. Quem é que vai falar? I think we just got somebody else added in there. Quem é que está com vocês? Victoria, who's next to you?
This is my brother Romeo.
Your brother. Oh, is he also in Carnival?
Yes, he was the one that was playing ukulele with Manny and me and Romeo. Me and Romeo.
Ok. E qual é o mais difícil? A coisa mais difícil para vocês?
Our favorite dancer?
Sim.
Well, my favorite dancer is probably it was a blue one. That one's my favorite, and the one that we did last year.
Oh, what?
I have 2 favorites. It was this goat one.
That was the blue one.
And did this one where I actually, for a little bit of the time, I actually was acting. And I really like that one.
Do you want to be an actor when you grow up?
So.
Oh, so you could be a George Clooney. You never know.
I was gonna say Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, Leonardo is a little younger. I'm going more for the George Clooney these days. Okay, ok. Eu vou pôr aqui bailinho. Eu acho que é do Manny Ramos e eu vou apresentar isso aqui. Vamos fazer aqui uma pequena pausa enquanto eu apresento este vídeo. If I could get it started, para a gente também, para as pessoas verem o talento que está envolvido aqui. Isto não é só conversa, isto leva. So the little kids, I already played that one. Manny Ramos, right over here. Vamos lá ver este aqui com o Manny Ramos e depois vamos continuar.
Guarda
Wait a minute.
Nellie,
We can't hear you.
Nellie, estás falando ao boneco.
It's like the problem with my teacher. Sometimes her video.
Sorry, we can't hear you, Nellie. Can't hear you.
We can't hear you again.
No volume.
I guess she's sharing her
She's
screen
doing
again.
something else, yeah.
Mute.
Nellie, you're muted.
She's unmuted, but we can't hear her.
Good job, Ronaldo.
Sorry, my mic is on. Quem é que estava a puxar aquela dança? Era o Ronaldo?
It was me.
It was you. Okay, but I think, I meant to play one. I think I have one when you were very young. A puxar uma dança quando... Yeah, I think I do. I might. Eu tenho uma também com o Brian, porque eu tenho uma também do Brian e vocês importam, eu vou pôr aqui as pessoas que estão a ver, para ver também o talento que está envolvido aqui no Carnaval. I'm just looking for, because I have so many videos, but I know I have it here. Catch my age. Pink outfit. Oh, let's do this one. Oh, no, this many. No, I already did that one. Oh, ok. Este Girls Pandero. Quem é isto? Não sei quem é isto. I'm talking to myself. Oh, this one here. I have to play this one. Yeah, this one you have to see this because this is so cute. was that?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Amazing.
Many memories.
Ronaldo, you look better then than you do now, bro.
I was in the background there too. That was me. Like
yeah?
table. Yeah.
That was 2006. That was my first dance that I went to Portugal.
Yeah, we have that in our archives. My husband remembers all of these things. And quando ele viu o poster dos jovens, ele foi logo para o estúdio procurar old things, trying to find who he had, because he categorizes everything and he sent them to, he says, hey, you got to put this on. So that was
thank
cute.
you for that. That brought back many memories. Thank you.
Sabrina, is that who you fell in love with?
It was. That was the first time I've ever seen that video. It was so cute. I'm like, that doesn't even look like you.
We'll give you a copy.
Yes, please.
We'll give you a copy. That's great. That's absolutely great. I there's so much. Matthew, do you have anything you want to ask?
Yeah,
them?
speaking of Portugal, going to Portugal, has anybody of you been with the dance to Portugal? And what's that experience like? Because we know that the
Not yet.
That are adults, parents.
Is that the goal? Is that the dream for everybody to go to Seda and dance?
That's a dream.
That's
for
like the pinnacle.
100%. If you can go there for one time.
I've been twice. I've been in 2006 and I've been in 2017. It's unreal experience. I have no words to explain the feeling that we have on stage performing in front of all those people there. We performed one time at like 6 o'clock in the morning and it was still packed. The salon was packed. It's just an unbelievable feeling when you see the curtains open and all those people are just staring at you. It's I don't know. It's a feeling that I can't explain. It's everybody that's part of Carnival here in Canada has to go experience Carnival and say that one time in their life.
Did you go to Kayla?
I did. I went in 2006 as well. Not in the same group as Ronaldo, but there were 3 groups, I believe, that went that year. And it's definitely a goal that we have to go with our group. And that's something that everybody really wants to fulfill, that dream. But it's an unexplainable feeling. Like Ronaldo said, when that curtain opens and the atmosphere in each of the salon is so different. And it's unexplainable. It's definitely something that stays with you and marks you, and it's definitely something that we'd love to do again.
Mm-hmm.
Is the pressure on though? Is it more pressure to perform?
I mean, I was like 12. I was like 12, and at the time.
I'm gonna ask Roberto Picanso to turn off the mic because then they get interference. I can do that. I can mute you and unmute you, but because then it gets too many noises going on, or is it just my ears? Sorry about that. Não, os palcos da terceira são muitos. Agora, aqui na comunidade, os palcos estão a ficar poucos e poucos todos os anos, há menos e menos palcos, less and less. How do you feel about the performances nowadays? And what is the difference from when you were, from 10 years ago, for example?
I think 10 years ago, we would come home at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday to perform for 12 o'clock the next day. Mm-hmm. I think the last 2 years have been better. We've been getting, home later. There have been a lot more clubs that have recently opened, which is amazing.
And a lot more dances too.
Yes. Yeah. Which is also really helpful. But I mean, it's unfortunate that, there's not a lot of halls that have opened in the past. It's unfortunate that there's not, a huge audience. I think for the most part, it motivates us to, either way, we're going to go on stage and do our thing and support the people who actually stayed and waited for us either way. But I think everyone just loves going to a hall and seeing a full hall, and that's something we look forward to the most. So when we go to a hall, then people aren't as motivating and as excited to see us as we are to see them. It can be discouraging at times, but either way, I think for the most part, most of us go and we just do our own thing and we perform for whoever's there, and that's it.
I think it's sad to see, like, when I was a kid, as Sabrina said, I remember getting home once at like 9 a.m. and we were at PCCM by 12 the next day. I think it's sad to see things go like, Lusitania, Angres, and Vasco da Gama, when those guys shut down. I think that really impacted where we were going to perform, where we would be able to rehearse and stuff like that. But I think, speaking for myself, you know, we need to make the best of what we have. It's unfortunate, but I feel like those halls that are open, like they're doing a great job. And I think they're hosting the dances very well at the same time. And it's just, we have to make the best out of it and stay positive and think that, you know, hopefully things get better one day. You know, maybe even the Jovens decide to open up a hall. I know I just opened up a can of worms and I'm so sorry, but you never know, right? Like you never know what could come.
And touching on Sarah and Sabrina's point, sometimes you'll get to a hall and there's 10 people there.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is kind of upsetting, but I think sometimes those are our best shows and sometimes those are the best performances because those last 10 people who stayed genuinely want to see you and are there because they want to be a part of it. And as long as there's one person sitting in the audience, there's one person sitting in the audience, right? And I always say, as long as there's somebody to do it for, that's why we do it. And part of it is doing it because we want to perform, but part of it is the experience of just practicing together and putting something together and getting creative. And yes, like Sarah said, we just have to make the best of it and hope that this is just kind of a wave. You know, a few years ago, we had hardly any clubs open. Or last year, we were already seeing an increase in clubs again. And we just got to do our part as Jovens to kind of build that future up.
I want to talk about a bit about the drama behind performing. At every performance, every type of dance, singing, acting, there's always some sort of, drama and people not liking certain things. You guys, as a younger generation, seeing it all, especially now with social media, we're seeing drama in the comments. I'm seeing a lot of negativity. Do you guys think Carnival's been some sort of competition, turned into some sort of competition, and what do you say on the drama part?
It's definitely become competition, and that's what I guess people. I speak for myself. I get sick of it, to be honest with you. It's not enjoyable like it used to be. Like I missed the time where I liked Carnival for the fact of liking Carnival, not being involved in any Carnival, not knowing what was behind the scenes or the drama groups and people that were involved in Carnival. I miss not knowing that, because now knowing that and being involved in it, you're in it whether you want to be in it or not. Not personally, but I hear it. You can still hear it. It's annoying. I feel like a lot more people don't come for the reason of being drama, because I'm not going to go there because so-and-so is going to be there. I'm not going to go in this group because so-and-so is going to be in this group. When you're watching a dance, I feel like you should watch the dance for the dance, as a whole. You shouldn't not like a dance or not want to watch a dance because that person's in it. It's not our fault that person's in it. We're still performing. We still paid to be there. We still, there was work, whether you like it, whether you like that person or not. And that's what irritates me. And that's why I took a few years off, because I can't stand the drama. I can't stand reading comments. If everybody was as active on Facebook as I am, Facebook would go down, because I don't I don't comment. There's no need. If I don't have anything good to say, just don't say it. Just keep scrolling, just keep watching. And not everybody needs to be heard. Not everybody has to have a reason to speak. Like, it's okay to be quiet. It's okay to just watch. It's okay to, mind your own business. And unfortunately, it's the older people that get, that start all this stuff. Yeah. The younger generation, we're all friends. I know people in many dances, and it's the older people, and we get sick and tired of it. And I feel like that's what makes people not want to participate, because this is always going to happen. It's always happened.
I hope they're getting the message.
Also very discouraging.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
Because it's like
Ronaldo wants to say something too, and then Sarah. Okay.
I just want to add something to Brian's point. The people that talk more and criticize more is the people that have never been or participated in a dance before. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't like, is the people that criticize everybody that does a dance is the people that never participated and actually went in a dance.
All I have to say to that is do it and do it better. Show us how it's done. I feel like we've learned a lot from the older people. We're all here because we had to learn. We had to learn with our fathers. We have to learn by seeing people. If we can teach the older generation something, it's to mind your own business and just, enjoy what there is. We're young. We're doing things a little bit differently than it's traditional, God forbid, but it's what it is. If you don't enjoy it, I'm sorry, but get up and do it yourself. If you don't like it, I mean, it's a new time. We're trying out new things, and it's our time. Let us try something different. And that's what it is. And just seeing comments, like the comments, even yesterday on yesterday's live, the comments is a whole other dansa. It's a whole other assumed. Like, let's pay attention to what's in front of us. Let's appreciate the people that are speaking, that took the time to be here to, talk about Carnival from times past. Let's not make another whole dansa in the comments. That's just annoying. That's ridiculous. Mind your own business. Turn off the comments. Watch what's there. Or go watch the Jovens or Untitled. There's a lot going on there now.
Boca Santa, Boca Santa.
Exactly.
I think if people back home can do whatever they want and put on a suit however they want and dress as whoever they want, if they can do it back home where it's the king of Carnival, then we can do it here without any problems.
And
Absolutely.
Ryan said, unfortunately, I really just want to bring to light is unfortunately, like beautiful people in this call, we all have such a great relationship as Jovens, and we go into the clubs and it doesn't matter whose dance is on stage. People come in one group for Carnival, another for Pashwa, and we're cheering each other on, and it doesn't matter whose group is with who, and we see each other, we go out with each other, regardless of who's in whichever group. And so often like Brian said, we totally respect the older generation, and I don't want to
no disrespect
at all, but unfortunately a lot of the problems are there, and unfortunately it is what's discouraging a lot of the younger people, because organizing a group myself, I have had many situations where young people do not want to go, and this is the main reason that people say, and they come out of it and they stop doing dances, and it's really hard, and it's been really hard for us to kind of swallow certain things and to continue and to work hard, because people don't realize that we don't get paid for this sometimes. We take countless hours to do this, and it doesn't even become about the dance anymore. It doesn't even become about, like Brian touched on one thing, you want to take a certain type of music, they're mad that you took a certain kind of music. It's not traditional enough. It's not this.
Well, they're mad right now that we're speaking English, God forbid.
And that's the point. And then you get the other problem, which unfortunately is that people use dances to hurt others, and you hide behind a screen to hurt others, and you don't want to kind of bring things to light. Like, there are fake accounts I can see in the comments right now that have
really?
friends on Facebook, nothing.
Tell me which ones, because I'm going to delete a lot of people tonight.
Yeah, and they're just using it to kind of talk bad, and unfortunately that's so common. And even in dances, like I've personally been a victim of it, where people will make an assumed to offend or to hurt others.
But that makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, if I'm not aware of the drama between you and the other person, not you, Kayla, but whoever, why is that going to make sense to anybody who's watching that dansa? That makes absolutely no sense. It's funny, for Carnival, everybody is friends like pigs. Everybody loves each other. And then for Pashwa, it's a whole other dance talking bad about the people that they were best friends with for Carnival. So it's like, you can't win. It's like, I can't even keep up with friendships anymore on Facebook, or it's ridiculous, but it is.
But it's horrible to go dressed as like a shnij, an Indian, a gay, straight, a girl. Like, I think doing that, like over talking bad about another person in an assumed, is like way better. I think it's ridiculous.
We live in a time that everything is offensive. God forbid there's a gay person in a dance. Take it from me, it's not offensive. Gay people in dances, it's not offensive. It's funny. In the gay culture, it's celebrated. It's celebrated. It's called drag. It's okay. And if that hurts you, if you want to be heard and seen in the comments, if it hurts you, sorry, turn it off. Go watch the news. COVID.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Alexa wanted to say something. Alexa?
It's also like discouraging, because we spend so much time putting this together. It's so much time dedicated to getting the clothes prepared. And some assumes come from Terceira. Okay, you have to plan an assumed with someone majority of the time, the cantigas. And then you get to the day you're performing. We're excited to be there. Like, I can speak. We're excited to be on that stage. But then when you get to that point where you start seeing people walk out of the hall, people are talking in the back because they have no interest. You get off stage. stage, and people don't realize that you're listening, and they're talking bad about a sunsh, they're talking bad about a hopa that we're wearing, they're talking bad about, like, they'll talk bad. It's just, we're trying our best as Jovens to continue a tradition that they brought to Canada. Having them put so much negativity on us is just, we do our best to ignore it. But like me, myself, if I'm walking out, this hypothetical, if I'm walking out of a club and someone comes up to me and they start saying stuff they don't like about the performance I just put on, it's very discouraging for my next performance. I become very aware of it. And it's just, if we just all love the tradition, love that people put the effort to continue this tradition. This isn't Seda. This is Canada. It didn't have to come to Canada. We're doing our very best to continue.
You guys are doing an excellent job. Bruno wants to say something. Go ahead, Bruno.
Para mim é muito triste a maneira que isto trabalha, não? Quando eu quase comecei, não, a gente vinha a dança, olha aquela dança, ninguém dizia, falava nada. Hoje em dia a gente temos quase entrar para o palco e as pessoas já estão a dizer aquela dança não gostou, vê se tu podes fazer melhor, vê se tu podes fazer melhor que aquele. O Carnaval não é assim, o Carnaval não, muita vez, eu já assim danço, já vejo quase essa dança todo dia. Uma dança que fiz em 2018, o apoio mais que a gente tivemos foi das danças que estavam a entrar a seguir da gente, já estavam a criar, a bater palmas, e mais as pessoas que estavam a sentar, muita gente fala e fala mal, e não podem fazer muito que a gente fala, não é muito fácil em cima de um palco e cantar e dançar e meter-se num assunto. Não é fácil acordar e, meter as quadras na cabeça e nada. E muitas pessoas falam que não sabem, mas é muito triste também que muita pessoa fala mal das danças. E hoje em dia, se não for a gente jovens que está a apoiar um ao outro, o Carnaval e a Páscoa podem morrer muito depressa porque muita pessoa fala mal e não sabe apoiar um aos outros.
I think what's the most sad to me personally, it's people lose sight of the why. Why are we doing this? Why are we spending all of this time, this money, this effort, gas, sleepless nights, so on and so forth? Why are we doing this? And the answer is because we love Carnaval. We're never going to make everyone happy. That's a fact. I don't even want to go on the comments of this chat after because it's just going to give me anxiety. But we're never going to make everyone happy. And that's okay. As long as we're happy with our outcome and we know that we, as in like the specific groups, know that we've put our 100 into this and we're going to have a good time performing it, whether people like it or not. Of course, it's discouraging hearing negative comments. Of course it is. It doesn't make you want to do anything.
But if they don't like it, just respect the fact that it's there, respect the fact that, people have the energy, the time, the money to put it together. The least popular one, they still had the exact same time, trouble, money was put into it as the best one that night, whatever best is. I don't believe there's a best. I don't believe there's a worst. You do what you can. Nobody's professional. Nobody gets paid to do this. We all pay to be involved in this. It's not cheap. And
we're doing it because we love it.
And we love it. Absolutely. I'm sure everybody loves it. Everybody loves being involved. Another thing, a danza starts with the matcha, ends with the matcha. Just because the matcha is playing doesn't mean that, okay, guys, start talking now. Get up, go to the washroom, go to the bar, go get your fana, go talk to somebody over there. Table number 3.
It's even worse. It's even worse when we're singing a cantiga and people are getting up and putting on their jackets to leave.
That's
a lot of disrespect.
Yeah, I have forgotten cantigas because of all the ruckus and everything going on. It's distracting. It's disrespectful. That's exactly what it is.
For the people that are on stage that put their blood, sweat, and tears to this dance to perform for everybody that's out there watching. And while we're singing, they're getting up, putting on their jackets, talking to other tables. I don't like that. I just feel like stopping the whole dance and tell everybody, let's get the hell out of here.
Bruno, you still have your hand up. Do you want to add something else to this?
Não, aquilo que o Ronaldo estava a dizer, não. Como a gente tem uns grupos jovens, como a gente todos somos jovens, qualquer coisa que a gente ouça, a gente fica com medo de pensar que a gente fizemos uma coisa mal e a gente fica descontrolado. Já teve uma vez que uma pessoa estava a falar e estava 1 segundo de cantar e a quadra saiu, mas ainda bem que ela veio para trás, depressa, porque senão eu esquecia. Tem muitos bares que estão dentro do salão e sabem, não falar muito alto, porque quem é que está em cima do palco ouve tudo. muitas pessoas pensam só por causa que eles estão a falar baixo, a gente não ouve, mas muitas vezes a gente está em cima do palco e a gente está a ouvir o que é que a pessoa está a dizer e muita gente a gente ouve a falar mal e mesmo quando a gente estamos a cantar, como o canal disse, quando eles avantem-se para sair, é um bocadinho triste porque a gente depois fica triste porque a gente estamos a fazer bem, mas é triste a maneira que muitas pessoas avantem-se e saem quando a gente estamos a cantar e a fazer barulho e tudo assim.
There was actually one time where I stopped speaking on stage because a lady in the front was talking incredibly loud. I stopped speaking because I forgot my quadra because I'm so distracted by the words coming out of this woman's mouth. And I stopped for her to get the hint, like, hello, we are here to entertain you for free. You know, the least people can do. And I think there's an opportunity that maybe we could tell these people, like, or close the bars or something.
Let them wear masks now.
There is a way.
Probably next year we're going to be wearing masks watching danças.
Eu quero dizer uma coisa. Eu quero dizer que eu fiquei um pouco triste em ouvir as palavras de vocês em termos disso, porque realmente é uma tristeza que as pessoas fazem isto a estes jovens, que não têm o respeito quando estão sentados numa audiência. É triste ouvir da boca de vocês. E eu espero que isto tocou no coração das pessoas que realmente adoram as danças de carnaval e querem ir pelas razões corretas e não só ir porque vão sentar à mesa com um grupo de amigos que não têm respeito nenhum pela tradição nem a cultura e só querem conversar e fazer as amizades e continuar a mexericar nas vidas de uns dos outros na mesa enquanto vocês estão no palco e estão a ouvir tudo o que está a acontecer. Eu tenho aqui um vídeo do Bruno. Bruno, as tuas palavras, I was like tearing up in here. You killed me, man. Eu tenho aqui um vídeo do Bruno.
Sorry.
See, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to reiterate, it's not just the Jovens that deserve this. I think it's everyone who takes the time, whether it's a group of 4, whether it's a group of 80, everyone deserves at least a moment of silence while we're on that stage trying to show you guys what we spent so much time doing.
We deserve the same attention as a dance that would be here from Terceira, because when a dance from Terceira comes, we're all at our tables, we're all silent. It's the best thing that ever came. We deserve the same respect. And not everybody's the same. You know, there are people that do enjoy watching, and I'm sure everybody that's there does enjoy watching, enjoys one group more than the other because that's natural. But whatever. And it's not everybody. I personally have never had any offense from anybody watching us. Everybody has been very supportive of myself. I speak on behalf of myself. So for that, I thank the community and I thank everybody for welcoming us into their halls, into their, to their irmandade, whatever. I'm not going to say it's everybody, but we do deserve the same respect as.
Yeah, the noise level is too high up there. I'm gonna play one of the videos here of I think it's let me see, onde é que está? No, yes, this one. You're gonna recognize somebody in this one here. Let's see if we can. There you go. They're in pink.
Bye.
there you go. Recognize who that was, Bruno?
Yes, I do.
Where's the pink hat? Do you have it on the wall back there?
Não, a gente não temos uma história, não. A gente demos o chapéu uma costureira, porque a gente era para fazer uma dança, mas depois o vírus veio e a gente teve que ir buscar o chapéu, não, mas o chapéu está na costureira ainda, porque a gente tem já como exemplo.
That's my favorite color. That's the one I would wear. Pink. I would wear that hat for sure. For sure. Esta conversa que a gente temos a fazer aqui, isto foi só uma ideia para falar do Carnaval, já que não se pode dançar, não se pode ver danças de Carnaval e falar do Carnaval a diferentes níveis, porque eu não queria meter vocês, os jovens, juntamente com o grupo que teve ontem dos homens que têm estado na comunidade já também há muitos anos, ou com os veteranos, ou com as mulheres que tiveram outro dia também, mas vocês são todos aquilo que eles já foram, não é? Vocês são a próxima geração do Carnaval na comunidade. Como é que vocês vão resolver esta situação? Como é que vão andar para a frente? Porque as pessoas querem continuar e a única maneira de continuar é de vocês se dedicarem a dar continuação. Quem é que vai se dedicar para mais 30 anos, para fazer como o Sr. Ramiro Nunes, por favor? Brian, how long are you in for?
Anyway, I mean, I'm sure we're all going to continue one way or another. A gente tem todos gosto de continuar, for sure. Mas para a gente continuar, precisa, o resto da comunidade querer continuar. A gente não pode dançar em casa on Zoom, que o Carnaval não é assim. Para a gente continuar, tem que ter onde se dançar. Ainda tem muitos poucos salões. Para o ano, não sabe se vai haver algum depois disto, mas precisa-se de apoio também da comunidade para abrir salões já.
Yeah, just like Brian said, it's we all have the love for it, so I would not expect us to end it. It's just we do need the support from the community. We do need clubs open. We can't perform without like the clubs. Thankfully, we do have the encouragement from our parents who love this. We do have those people that do encourage us to do more, but it's just hard when we see clubs slipping away. We see people slipping away slowly. It's just, we try our best, but we need a little bit of a push.
Mm-hmm. Tyler, I don't know if Tyler wants to say something, or maybe who do we have here? Bruno, do you want to say something about, are you in this for a long time? Para a frente que é caminho, para a frente que é caminho.
Eu vou assim, eu nunca quero parar, não. É uma tradição que eu gosto muito, senão eu acho que toda a gente que está aqui não devia parar. A gente todos vai apoiar um ao outro para sempre ir para a frente. Aqueles que falem e dizem que a gente somos bons, a gente deixa-os para trás e a gente vai sempre para a frente para aqueles que gostem. E aqueles que gostem estão sempre a apoiar, muito obrigada. Muito obrigado a todos. E aqueles que não gostem da gente, também muito obrigado, porque a gente vai sempre continuar.
Muito bem, muito bem. Vamos lá. Manny, you want to say something about...
Yeah.
O teu acordeão vai ser necessário, pá.
Sempre até ao fim. Yeah, I'll do this for the rest of my life.
Wow.
Until I can.
That's fantastic. And Kayla, how about you?
Enquanto houver dançarinos e música e clubes, vai haver sempre dança. E como o Bruno estava a dizer, a gente tem que esquecer o que as pessoas estavam a dizer. Hoje a conversa mais popular foi que a gente não fala português, mas quando chega o Carnaval, quando chega a Páscoa, vocês sabem todos falar português, vocês cantam em português, vocês fazem assuntos em português, e é o que interessa. E logo que a gente continuar e que a gente tem esta paixão para o Carnaval, eu acho que nunca vai morrer.
Muito bem. E o Tyler?
I just lost my train of thought, sorry.
That's Tyler for you.
I think that we all of us now, we all support each other, and we're all supportive of what each other do, and I think that the way we're going and the way we support everyone, we're going to keep growing, and as long as you guys have salons for us, we're always going to perform, and I speak for everybody. We're all in this until we can't walk, realistically.
Yeah. Good for you. How about Sarah? How long are you in for?
Oh my God, until I can. As long as I can, and as long as
people are willing to work with me, and vice versa, and that they're so longe. Like I'm here for the long haul. I definitely think that the older generation above the Jovens have set the bar high. But I think it's also time for the Jovens to start bringing in as crianças. I know there's a lot of crianças already involved, and like it's beautiful to see, but I think there needs to be more musicians, more dançarinos, more mesh starting at a young age, because that's where it starts. Ronaldo was 2. I was 7. Like it starts at that age, the developmental stage of a child. Right. It's when they learn whether they do or do not like it. And I think that's where we, the Jovens, need to focus on as well.
Well, vamos ouvir aqui das crianças então. Victoria, how long are you doing this for?
Well, I will be doing dances till the day I die.
Oh boy, that's fantastic. Well, there you go. There's going to be dances for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Thank you. You hold também.
If she's going, I'm going with her.
Oh, you're going with her. Sabrina and Ronaldo, tell us about your experience, and also about you wanting to continue on. Are you willing to?
Of course. I think, like Sarah said, I think because most of the Jovens have, a good friendship outside of Carnival, we're all for the most part pretty supportive of each other when it comes time to perform. And, it's great seeing like these little kids here too. Like it breaks my heart. Like I don't want them to grow into a community where there's so much politics and drama. So I think if we keep going strong and if we keep, supporting each other the way that we do, these little ones will have a blast, and it'll just be like old days. No more drama, no more politics, no more competition. So I am in it for the long run, as long as we all support one another and we push each other forward, and that's it.
Ronaldo, I guess that's the same thing there. You gotta agree. That's the secret to a good relationship. The woman is always right.
Yeah, to me it's the same thing, but I probably think I have a few more years left as a mesh. I'm not going to say I'm going to be done with Carnival. I'm never going to be done with Carnival. I'll go as a dançarine. I'll go be part of the assumed. But being a mesh, I started at a young age. Now I want this young generation to continue on their footsteps. Like what Bruno's doing is an amazing job. What he's doing with his group, a bunch of young kids. What Manny's doing with his group with a bunch of young kids as well. What I did last year in Cambridge, I had 4 little kids in my dance, and I gave each one of them a tambourine, a pandeiro, and I let them do the masha with me. It's little things like that gets the young generation involved, that we need this for Carnival, or else we're going to see a tradition that we love die, and I'm pretty sure none of us want that to happen.
Absolutely. I'm going to play a video here because I want to make sure, because I have one of Brian also, como puxar uma dança, e eu quero mostrar a vocês também o talento do Brian, que eu admiro. Quando vejo o Brian no palco, eu posso ir atrás dele até para o outro clube para ver novamente. Ele não sabe que eu estou lá para ver só a ele e mais ninguém, but I swear I'm not a stalker. I like the way that you have that energy de puxar uma dança. Só vamos ficar aqui com essa. Oops.
Por isso vamos dar as mãos e pedir a Deus muita sorte, que somos todos irmãos até a hora da morte. Que se pudessem entender e acabassem com as dores, o mundo podia ser pois foi aqui que encontraram o futuro dos seus filhos. Nasci aqui, sou feliz, e que a graça de Deus aumente, mas na verdade este país deu a vida a muita gente. Sou um filho canadiano, meu coração ao pertence, meu sangue é açoriano e minha alma é terceirense.
Wow, there you go.
You
How did you like that?
I forgot about that. So much has changed.
Aqui foi a Páscoa, por acaso foi Páscoa, não foi Carnaval, e foi no Angrense? Não, no Lusitânia.
Yeah.
No Lusitânia, e a Jessie também, eu vi a Jessie naquele vídeo também, muito interessante. The
Eu acho que
Pants.
essa é essa dança. So, were you in it, Sarah?
Yeah, I think that was 2010 or 2011. That was the car dance, right?
I think that was
Yes.
2010.
Yeah. Wow.
That was 2010, Brian. The pants, I hope you put them in a museum.
Oh my God. Those hats, they're terrible. Those big hats, the cowboy hat.
Yeah, but that's part of the dances. That is absolutely amazing. Eu não sei se alguém tem alguma coisa para acrescentar aqui que vocês. Is there anything that you want people to really keep? I mean, you've already been really good in terms of delivering messages to the people and to expressing yourselves. I think you did fantastic, and I appreciate you doing that. And I hope people were listening and pay attention to it and respect the opinions of everyone that's been here sharing their experiences. Vocês têm alguma coisa que gostavam de terminar com isso? Que já são quase 10 horas. I don't know if you know that. Eu tenho mais uma dança que eu quero pôr também de crianças, mas Matt, tu tens alguma?
Eu queria perguntar, porque I'm a big believer in how we have to know where we came from to know where we're going. So how do we want to preserve all of the traditions of dances? We want a museum, we want a Carnival Netflix where we can go and watch them all from all these years. I'm sure Cesar Pedro can help us with that. A book, a documentary, any ideas?
I think it's really important, like you said, that we preserve it, but also that people are recognized, right? And like we said today, and in the last few days, there were only a few people who were included. Obviously, if we had everybody, it would be until 5 a.m. and probably even later, right? But recognizing, because people have played parts in Carnival and Pascua in phases. Some people have been doing it for years, but there are so many people who inspired us, Juventude, I can speak for myself, to be who we are today. I mean, like for myself, I'm not a mesh, but I look at strong women who started going in Carnival here in our country, right? Like I look at people like my mother, who I got to see in dances growing up, Leslie Martins, Annabella Martins, Madalena Sobrinho, like so many wonderful, amazing ladies. And I'm just naming a few. I'll never be able to name all of them, but taking some kind of way where we can recognize all of these pillars that have taught us Juventude, so that they're not forgotten, right? And so as we now continue this and we now start having children and we continue the tradition, recognizing where it came from and the faces that really did bring Carnival and these traditions to our country in a way where we can recognize everybody, maybe in a book or like almost like a yearbook style. I thought that was an awesome idea. But even if there was some kind of thing where people could bring old memories, the last few days, Sabrina started a wonderful little trend on Facebook where people had to post 3 photos, their first dance, their favorite outfit, and their favorite dance. And I have seen pictures of dances from 20 years ago that I had never seen. And something small like that allowed us to reminisce this weekend when we were all sad about Carnival. So something like that where we could take people's memories and put them into some kind of virtual book or something that people could access and read about and learn about the history would be wonderful.
Maybe this is like super tacky, but like everyone's on
be
Facebook.
super tacky.
Everyone is on Facebook. Why not a Facebook group of like the history of Carnival, and like you literally add everyone in the community, whether they've participated, whether they were a founder, whether they made some sort of impact. Of course, everyone's made an impact that has stepped out a foot on their on that stage at one point or another. But that's where people, like Kayla said, can share photos. I mean, Sir Hamidu was showing ancient photos earlier today. And I've been seeing videos on Facebook that I didn't even know existed. And Nellie, you have a bunch of archives too. I haven't seen that 2010 dance in forever.
Yeah, since 2010 at least.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know if
Brian needs to moderate this Facebook group.
I don't know if any of you guys have been to Portugal, but when I was there in 2018, we went, I don't even know what museum it was in, but it was kind of like a small museum.
Museu de Carnaval.
Exatamente.
And it doesn't even have to be a museum. Like, I feel like if one of our salons had like a small room upstairs that we could use and just implement, you know, clothes, dances,
Absolutely.
tunes,
Actually, if I could just have the word, o Museu do Carnaval quer ter a representação das comunidades. A Califórnia já começou, e também o Victor Santos também já começou na Costa Leste a compor a história do Carnaval para enviar artigos, roupas, chapéus, crónicas, fotografias para o museu. No Canadá também é necessário fazer isso. Eu vou conversar com os amigos da Terceira para ver se a Sara quer mais trabalho. para a gente... Porque alguém tem que estar à frente do projeto, mas eles já pediram para que esta tradição seja também parte da história do museu que existe em Portugal. E também a Secretaria da Cultura dos Açores tem também, na página da Secretaria, também o Robert Ormond from California. Ele já começou a pôr, I think he started sending it. They have an online that they want also to preserve Carnival online, na página da cultura, e por isso também são todas aquelas fotografias que vocês viram do Sr. Ramiro. Eu também não as tinha visto, porque algumas delas eu não tinha nascido ainda, mas é importante que isso faça parte. So maybe if any of you have any spare time, you can help Sarah, because I'm going to keep her busy.
So it's my responsibility.
We'll talk about it.
Start a committee here with all of us.
We'll talk about it. So vamos aqui ter as nossas últimas palavras. Eu não sei quem é que já teve a palavra aqui, a mensagem que vocês querem deixar às pessoas que estão a ver, que vão continuar a ver, que tenho a certeza que não é todos que estão a ver agora, que vão ver depois mais tarde. Quem é que quer deixar mais alguma mensagem aqui?
Eu queria dizer obrigado a toda a gente que ouviu a gente hoje e que apoia os grupos e as danças. Também queria pedir que a nossa comunidade precisa um bocadinho de união in every aspect. Mas yes, everything is teachable. Carnival is teachable, hate is teachable, racism is teachable, everything's teachable. If you're somebody who's watched a dança and, you know, dreamed to be in a dança one day, I was that kid one day. I loved watching Carnival. I always dreamed to be in a dance. I was always very shy, so I started a little bit later. But do it. If you're not good at singing, it's okay. If you're not a good dancer, it's okay. Just do it. Just do it. Try it out. You can learn with other people. You just do it. You have the passion for it, have the love for it. Just do it. It's a great tradition. Everybody here has learned so much from it. You know, on my part, I want to thank everybody who came before us, you know, and did whatever they did to pave the way for us. I'm not going to mention any names because God forbid, I don't want to lose my head, but thank you to everybody who came before us. And to my father, especially, who's taught me, the tradition, and that's really pushed me to do what I know how to do today. So that's what I have to say. And to you, Nellie, thank you so much for putting this together. A lot of people were saying that so-and-so should have been on, so-and-so should have been on, but you were the only one that took initiative to put this together this week. So I appreciate it, and I thank you for doing it. So
You're
thank you very
welcome.
much.
You're welcome,
And it was nice
Brian.
to see everybody. And until next year, viva o Carnaval, viva a Terceira, viva a gente, and viva a Terceira.
Viva a terceira. Manny, tens alguma coisa que queres acrescentar?
Só queria dizer muito obrigado a todos. It was nice seeing everybody. Thank you, Nellie, for doing this. And hopefully next year we can do Carnival. And hopefully the community gets some more union together. So thank you, everybody.
Muito bem. Alexa?
There's too many people to say thank you to. There's just everyone that's kept this tradition going, to you, Nellie, for putting this together, for all the Jovens, for Jovens, everyone that's a part of Carnival. Thank you for keeping a tradition I love and keep so close to my heart. It's just, there's so much to say. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you for participating. Okay, so I think Bruno has something to say. Bruno?
Primeiro só quero dizer muito obrigado. Eu não sei se ele está aqui a ver, se ele não está, mas isto vai ser depressa. Quero dizer muito obrigado ao Alberto Correia, se não estou enganado é o nome dele. Foi a primeira dança que eu saí, ele é que pegou em mim. Muito obrigado. Também quero dizer obrigado ao Rogério por ter pegado em mim também para a minha segunda dança. E ao senhor Tom Pedro e o Dylan Peach. Não é Dylan Peach, desculpa, já enganei. Foi o Tom Pedro e eu não sei bem o outro, mas ele sabe quem é. Obrigado por ter pegado em mim também para fazer dança. E o meu pai para continuar com a dança também. Mas muito obrigada à comunidade portuguesa que apoia a gente. É um prazer saltar em cima daquele palco e ver vocês todos apoiar a gente, com aquele tweets que vocês têm de ver a gente em cima do palco. É muito bonito e eu quero dizer muito obrigada à Nélia por ter convidado-me aqui hoje para falar. Eu estou contente para ver todos para o ano que vem, se Deus quiser, outra vez todos no palco. E viva a gente e o Carnaval e a Terceira.
Muito bem, muito bem. Muito obrigada. Tyler, you want to say goodbye, but not for too long.
I wanted to say thank you for bringing us all in here together. And I also want to say thank you to everybody in this chat, because a lot of you have also been part of my experiences during Carnival. And I hope that you guys are part of more experiences that we have all together. And forget about what people talk about when we do these dances, because at the end of the day, we go there, we know what we do. Usually when we're there, we're all one big family and we enjoy what we're doing when we're there. So at the end of the day, Carnival is for us to all enjoy, and hopefully we could do it next year and we'll enjoy it together.
Well, I hope that we get to go to a hall next year to do it. Eu tenho aqui as criancinhas, a criancinha, não vou, desculpa, I don't want to insult you, but you're much younger than all of us here. Victoria, you want to say something? And Bruno?
I wanted to say thank you for letting me and Raul stay in here, because I haven't seen nobody in like many years.
Feels like that.
Nada de castigo. Olha, eu ainda tenho a sobrinha também e o Ronaldo para dizer alguma coisa. But you guys are going to sing that song again, okay? You're going to sing that song again at the end. Okay, Sabrina, would you like to also give us your final words here?
Yeah, I would like to just say thank you for having us on the chat today and for thinking of us. Like Kayla said, there's so many people that could have been a part of this call, but we know who they are and we're thinking about them. And I just can't wait to share the stage with everybody, hopefully next year, and see everybody and have a gran festa once this is all over.
Ronaldo?
I just want to say thank you to the guys that brought me into Carnival, which is my dad, the guys that I pushed dances with, Brian Skata, Francisco Melo, Jonathan Silva, a rainha da banda de Susan Christ, my favorite.
My favorite.
Everybody that was involved in all my groups, and then I want to do what they did to me, is teach the young generation to be more involved in Carnival, to show this lovely tradition that is from Terceira. And thank you for the live, and thank you, Nellie Pedro, for everything that you have done.
No, you're welcome, guys. You're the one that made this life a reality, because and é verdade, há muitas outras pessoas. Eu honestamente eu não conheço as pessoas todas. Se as outras pessoas que não foram convidadas, que não estão a fazer parte, são tão importantes como vocês que estão a fazer aqui a sua parte hoje, mas não era possível ter muitas mais pessoas. Nós, não sei quem é que disse, hoje não acabava senão para as 5 da manhã. E no ano passado as danças de Carnaval acabaram muito mais cedo do que isso. Até com a Victoria, you ready to sing? You have your microphone. You guys are ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, they're going to sing for us. There you guys. Let's pay attention now.
Okay, I'm going to start first. Somos dois primos, continuamos unidos para a tradição. A dança por esperança e motivação. Vamos somando nessa tradição do modo profundo. Nosso carnaval foi nosso especial, é o melhor do mundo.
I have another thing to say, Nellie. A banda Susont Christ posted up a video on Facebook of their little brincadeira of Carnival. So everybody go on Facebook, hit a share, and watch that video. It's amazing.
And I think all of us here would want to thank our parents, especially for introducing us to this beautiful tradition. I know I would love to thank my dad for bringing me into it, and for my grandfather as well. But yeah, shout out to our mom and dads. Even if they hold jackets all night, it's still something. So I love them, and God bless them, and thank you.
I'd like to add to that also. Huge shout out to my mom. My mom pushed me. Huge shout out to my father. He tried to participate last year, but Pashwa got him. They got him. But like a huge shout out to Philomena, Batista, Malu. Like she gave me that push. A huge shout out to Nelson De Silva, because he was that boot camp coach I needed. I needed the push. And just thank you to everyone who put themselves into me.
And I just want to say one thing too, because we touched on it earlier about how people are leaving or people are feeling discouraged. And if there's anybody that's watching, maybe it's your son or your daughter, if they're not watching, that is thinking about joining a dance or would like to join a dance, reach out, right? Because this is what we need. And if there's anything that I can say is that although there are things that discourage us, there is so much more love that keeps it going and that makes us love it so much. I speak for myself. I have wonderful partner, Eric, who I found through dances. I have a wonderful group of friends that I have through dances that has become a second family. And there is so much greatness that comes from being part of this tradition that is far past what we see on stage. And it happens all behind the scenes. And if you're feeling discouraged about dances, if you maybe want to start joining a dance, I encourage you to do it, because there's so much amazing stuff that comes from it as well.
And I think at the end of the day, the positive always trumps the negative. It's hard. It's very hard, but I think we need to unite, and we need to keep remembering why we do what we do, why we do what we love. And huge shout out to my mom for having the patience for 20 years of allowing me to go in Carnival and Pashkwa, because we all know how tricky that is. So thanks, Mom.
And to all the people in the comments who have been showing us so much love and who have been, it's because of you that we love doing this tradition. So
absolutely.
I know all of us will probably go back after and read through the comments, and there's so many people who have had such wonderful and beautiful things to say. And it's what keeps the generation going, whether it's English or Portuguese, whether our clothes are black or white, whatever it is, it's because of the community and all of it around us that we continue to do it. So thank you.
You guys are the mentors, definitely. And that's awesome to hear that.
I think he has something to say.
Raul?
Yeah, his hand's up.
I wanted to thank Nellie for the invitation, and so if everyone has TikTok here, follow us on TikTok. Victoria's user is Vicky Kirkley, and mine is TikTok No, King TikTok 957.
So cute. So cute.
We could all do TikToks in Carnival costumes this weekend.
We should.
Thank you, everyone.
Nellie, you're on mute again.
Nellie, you're on mute.
I'm on mute again. Sorry, I have sorry about that. I keep putting myself on mute because I have a sinus problem. So I want to thank Sarah so much for helping me out in getting the contact for these wonderful young people that have dedicated so much of their time to promote our culture and our tradition of dancers de Carnaval à moda da Terceira. I wish I was in Terceira at a dance de Carnaval, or here at a dance de Carnaval. But this is the best thing we can do for now. So thank you for being a part of it. Okay, I'm going to finish it off. You're welcome. It's been a pleasure. And if you're reading the comments, just do what I do. Just ignore the negatives and report them to Facebook as fake accounts. And that's about it.
The positive.
Just read all the positives. The other ones, just honestly, just don't give a shit about it. Sorry about the language, but just ignore it.
Couldn't have said it better.
Just forget it. Just forget it. They're not worth the talent that you have or the time. They're it's a waste of time. I've
been reading them all as we've been going. The positive is it trumps the negative.
Of course. We're such good people.
Always.
We're Portuguese terceirenses. We're fantastic.
Viva o Carnaval e viva o nosso povo terceirense.
Viva! Eu tenho uma dança de senhoras, não é? Pandeiro, uma dança de pandeiro com 8 senhoras que eu vou apresentar agora. I hope I can find it, and then I thank you very much once again for being with me on this live. And I am going to share Jonathan's live because I didn't have a chance to see it either, and I love the everything that they do. So let me see if I find that dance.
Worth to watch.
You're welcome. Let's see.
Thank you guys again for doing all that you do and being role models.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Ronaldo, you're going to teach me how to do pandeiro. I want to push it
No problem. As long as you pay.
Sure.
It's not this one.
I think that's the wrong one.
I'm going to try another one then. Aquela dizia pandeiro. Deixa-me lá ver se eu consigo. Dança pandeiro. CP. I'm not finding it, hon. É esta? Dança de espada?
No, it's not. Where's the rest of
Oh, no, Ronaldo.
the...
Girls pandeiro. Thanks, husband. He's like my sidekick here. It's our wedding anniversary in 2 days. So. Muito bem, e é isto é que é carnaval, não é? É aquela energia que aquelas mulheres tinham ali no palco, foi fantástico. Obrigada a todos. Amanhã é Valentine's Day, Sabrina. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Yes, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, so enjoy your Valentines tomorrow. It's a regular day for some people. For others, they pay more attention to it. I'm going to be doing a live tomorrow. I'm putting on some nice romantic music with some of my singer friends to celebrate Valentine's. So you get your dancing shoes and get your dancing partner and hold on tight, okay? Thank you so much. Boa noite a todos. Boa noite a vocês. Até à próxima. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. I'm actually going to delete you guys slowly, or you can remove yourself from the live one at a time if you don't mind, so that we can.
I need some folhados, malaçadas. Anybody have any? Send them over.
O que tu queres, Mário?
Folhados, malaçadas.
You have to ask Banda de Santo Cris for malaçadas.
Ok, vamos ir perguntar à Banda de Santo Cris pelas malaçadas. Obrigada, Manny.
Bye.
Obrigada. Thank you so much as well. And oops, let me get this one here. And thank you, guys. Thank you, Victoria, and thank you, Raul, por estarem conosco, ok? Obrigada. Boa noite. You guys are fantastic. Thank you.
Follow us on TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok. Matthew, thank you so much.
Obrigado, Nelly.
Aprendeste muita coisa sobre o Carnaval.
Muito, e fiquei encantado com estes jovens. They're amazing.
São o orgulho, devem ser o orgulho da nossa comunidade para toda a gente. Para toda a gente. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, you too.
I'll send you a message tomorrow.
Okay. Happy anniversary to you and Caesar too.
It's 2 days more for anniversary. Thank you.
Good. All right.
Bye-bye. Peço desculpa. Vou me gaguejar. Só quero, mais uma vez, dizer, terminou as minhas conversas do Carnaval com as senhoras, foi fantástico, com os senhores também fantástico, com os veteranos, com as crianças e com a juventude. Agradeço a todos que participaram e reconheço que nem toda a gente esteve convidada para fazer parte disto, nem era possível que isso acontecesse. Aqueles que não compreendem isso, eu não tenho paciência para vocês, podem ir fazer o que vocês quiserem, deixem-me da mão. Agora, isto é a realidade, só podemos ter uma certa coisa e ter conhecimento, não posso ter conhecimento de todas as ligações para toda a gente, mas tivemos aqui uma apresentação e uma boa representação do que é o Carnaval na comunidade, tanto como as mulheres que cá tiveram são grande representação do que fazem, da sua arte de participarem no Carnaval, assim como os senhores também. Eu acho que os que tiveram aqui a oportunidade de estar aqui também foi uma boa representação, mesmo para aqueles que cá não tiveram. Não, acho que eles que cá tiveram e da maneira que falaram não envergonharam ninguém. Assim como também ouvir a história do original de 1967, ouvir a história da boca das pessoas que começaram com o Carnaval aqui na comunidade e que têm dado já há muitos mais anos, dando a continuidade a esta cultura também, agradeço a eles também, e à juventude agora à noite. Thank you so much. Foram fantásticos. Isto não é sobre falar a língua, é triste ver comentários assim, isto não tem nada a ver, mas quem não pensa bem só faz coisas dessas. As asneiras acontecem. Às vezes as pessoas, os dedos estão a trabalhar, a escrever mais fácil do que o cérebro está a trabalhar para dizer não faças isso. Porque isto não tem nada a ver com falar inglês ou falar português. It has to do with the talent, it has to do with the culture, it has to do with the danças de Carnaval. Isto é só conversa sobre danças de Carnaval, isto não é política de nada. Espero que vocês ouviram as mensagens destes jovens e que continuem a apoiá-los e continuem também a apoiar os clubes e associações, porque sem eles estarem abertos a gente também não temos sítios para ir ver as danças. Obrigada, beijinho. Amanhã, Valentine's, so get your sexy back and let's have some music. Vou ter aqui 4 artistas comigo para dedicar música das 4 horas até às 6 horas da tarde. Só fica comigo amanhã para uma matiné de música romântica. Obrigada e boa noite.